Safe to say a lot of people in our community are hurting tonight. A 13-year-old is dead, and there is still a lot we don't know. The council member for that community held a meeting tonight so people could share their concerns. Our John Henry was there. He's live in Brookland to amplify some of those voices. John.
Yeah, just 2 hours ago, that community meeting led out of this recreational center here in the Brookland neighborhood. Hundreds of people were there, and the constant question they had was, why has this investigation not progressed more quickly? Just 3 days after the shooting of Karon Blake, many D.C. residents remain frustrated by an absence of answers.
Our office has fielded many questions, calls, emails, concerns.
Ward 5 Councilmember Zachary Parker organized this meeting to inform residents the best he could, but much of what was said still did not satisfy this crowd. Instead, locals had even more questions. Karon's grandfather wanted to know how such a shooting could even be deemed illegal.
I'm black. If I would have killed the white boy on that street, they would have put me under the jail.
People here also wanted to know who pulled the trigger.
I don't understand why y'all are protecting his name and saying it's going to breach the investigation.
This ain't Sanford, Florida. This is Washington, D.C. And who killed Karon Blake is a black George Zimmerman.
But police quickly responded they could not say.
We're not releasing the name at this time because this is an active criminal investigation. If there were circumstances where we needed the public's help in helping, their help to identify the individual, of course, absolutely, we probably put pictures out.
All those open questions ultimately led some people to even question MPD's effort so far. But MPD responded that it's doing the best it can to get to the bottom of what happened here. It added that it does not want to jeopardize any part of this investigation or the case before it goes any further in the legal system. Guys?
Yeah, a lot of people want that process to move along a lot faster. John, thank you so much. And John really summed up the sentiments in that room perfectly. I went there tonight just as a citizen. That's my neighborhood. I wanted to just listen. And what's clear is a lot of people are hurting. And a lot of people are scared. They're hurting because they're not sure what led to why someone would be tempted to shoot a 13-year-old. They want to know who that person is because they're like, we need to move this person away from our community because we don't trust that individual.
Yeah, I'm remembering what Chief Conte said, referring to Karon Blake as a son of the city. And so the people who were assembled there were mothers, were aunties, were sisters, were brothers and cousins. Probably many who have been touched by gun violence in the city. And so it's hard sometimes when you aren't getting the answers that you want as soon as you want.
And you have some of those people too, Les, who want solutions. They're just so tired of the violence and hearing about it day in and day out. And they just want it to end. I met a mom who brought her 13-year-old son there just to show him what's happening in this community. And she's urging him to try and come up with a solution so he can help some of our neighbors too.